What's going on, guys? I'm back. Yes, I'm back. I'm back. I know you guys have been missing my podcast. Hell, I've been missing my podcast. Happy New Year to everyone, especially my followers, those who support me. Much blessings to all of you throughout the 2021 new year. For those of you who are new to my page, my channel is not monetized yet, but that's going to change very soon. But until it is monetized, if you guys like what I talk about, you like the content, you like what I post, feel free to send a small donation. My Cash App and my Venmo are below in the description box. It would be greatly appreciated. The topic for today, y'all know I love to talk about women and their unrealistic expectations when it comes to men and how ultimately their unrealistic expectations put them in a lose-lose situation when it comes to men. Well, I found a new concept on the internet that I thought was hilarious, and I want to share it with you guys as I talk about it a little bit. So let's get into it. So y'all know I did a previous video on the Disney effect. And the Disney effect is essentially a mentality. It's the effect. It's the belief that women believe that they are the prize. They place unrealistic expectations on men and in dating. And they believe in the concept of soulmates and the one, which is to their detriment because, as we know, there's no such thing as a soulmate or one specific distinct person out there that you match up, that you're perfectly compatible with, and that you're going to live happily ever after with. And we also know that men play a part on the dating market, which kind of factors into a woman's success. But today, especially in America, women really struggle with not only finding a man, finding a good man, and being able to keep him or being satisfied with the man that she has. Women ages 25 to 44, about 50% are currently single, meaning they've never been married. Also, the divorce rate is 53%. And of those 53% of divorces, 70% of that 53% are initiated by women. So clearly, something's going on with women to where they aren't getting men that they like, or they aren't finding men, period, that they even want to give a chance. And I think this whole concept is going to put it into perspective. So this concept that I stumbled across is called the husband store. Let me explain to you guys what the husband store actually is. The husband store, a brand new store just opened in New York City that sells husbands. When women go to choose a husband, they have to follow the instructions at the entrance. You may visit this store only once. There are 6 floors, and the value of the products increase as you ascend the flights. You may choose any item from a particular floor or may choose to go up to the next floor, but you cannot go back down except to exit the building. So, a woman goes to the husband store to find a husband. The first floor sign on the door reads, Floor 1, these men have jobs. The second floor sign reads, Floor 2, these men have jobs and love kids. The third floor sign reads, Floor 3, these men have jobs, love kids, and are extremely good looking. Wow, she thinks, but feels compelled to keep going. She goes to the 4th floor and the sign reads, Floor 4. Floor 4. These men have jobs, love kids, are drop dead gorgeous, good looking, and help with housework. Oh, mercy me, she exclaims. I can hardly stand it. Still, she goes to the 5th floor and the sign reads, Floor 5. These men have jobs, love kids, are drop dead gorgeous, help with housework, and have a strong romantic streak. She is so tempted to stay, but she goes to the 6th floor and the sign reads, Floor 6. You are visitor 31,456,012 to this floor. There are no men on this floor. This floor exists solely as proof that women are impossible to please. Thank you for shopping at the husband store. To avoid gender bias charges, the store owner opens a new wives store just across the street. The first floor has wives that love sex. The second floor has wives that love sex and have money. The third, fourth, fifth, and sixth floors have never been visited. Wait, hold up. First of all, I take one issue with this concept of the husband store. The fact that women have to go visit, wouldn't that mean that women actually have to get up off their ass and make an effort to find a husband? Oh, we know that's bullshit. Where is that happening at in reality? Where is that happening at in reality? Where are women actually putting an effort and getting up to go make an effort, an attempt to find a husband? I can tell you right now, it's millions of women that believe she can just sit around and that God is going to send her a man. Some man is going to mysteriously come trickling down from the heavens and knock on her door. And when he knocks on her door, as she opens the door, he's down on one knee with the ring that she wants. And it's the guy of her dreams, ready to propose and ask for her hand in marriage so that they can live happily ever after. I'm telling you, there's millions of women that actually believe that this is about to happen, or that's going to happen some point down the line. If you sit around and listen to what women talk about, you'll find that it's relatively easy to believe that a lot of women believe some bullshit like this might actually happen. That's my only issue with this. The idea that women actually would go to a husband store. Women would not go to no fucking husband store if there was actually a thing called a husband store. Now, I believe it if they had a waiting room and you can just go sit in there as a woman and just wait for a husband to come down the stairs to you. Now, that I could believe. That waiting room would be more packed than a COVID-19 New York City hospital. Like, that, I could believe that. But the message that they're trying to convey for this husband story is extremely accurate. It is. It's accurate. Because so many women are not satisfied with the type of men that they get. And the humor is in, you are visitor 31,456,012 to this floor. Almost 31.5 million women visit the husband store, and they all end up on the 6th floor. I don't think that's far-fetched at all. But you know what? If you go to a husband store and you end up on the 6th floor and you don't have a husband, the only way to descend back down is to jump out the fucking window on the 6th floor. You deserve to die alone. If you go to a husband store, meaning every man in this store is a suitable husband, and you somehow still end up empty-handed, you deserve to die alone. The only thing left for you to do is to jump out the window. Die alone. So many women will have a suitable husband, a suitable man right there in their presence for them to grow with, to build with, to start a family with. And for one reason or another, typically some type of unrealistic expectation, some type of insatiable desire that she believes should be part of the equation, she leaves. How else do you explain a 53% divorce rate with 70% of the women initiating the divorce? How else can you explain that? What are you missing? It comes down to expectations. 50% of women between the ages of 25 and 44 are single, never married. What are you waiting for? How many men do y'all think women have denied throughout the course of their lifetime? How many men do you think were potentially suitable husbands out of the men that they denied? See, women have this idea that a perfect man for her exists. And this idea that a perfect man for her exists is what's keeping them from finding love. Because, ladies, I hate to break it to you, there's no such thing as a perfect man. A perfect man does not exist. A perfect man will never exist. Men are human beings. We're flawed. We have emotions. The fact that you just want to up and find a new man or not give a man the time of day. You know, I've seen on Twitter women not want to give men the time of day for some of the stupidest reasons imaginable. I believe I saw a tweet where a woman said a guy asked her out and asked her where she wanted to go to eat. And because he asked her where she wanted to go to eat and he didn't have a plan of where he already should take her, is the reason she didn't accept the date. That is insane. That is insane. And that's just one of a million examples. Women expect men to be perfect. And women will sit around waiting for a perfect man who doesn't exist. Women will swipe left, swipe left, swipe left, swipe left, swipe left, swipe left on Tinder. Women will leave men on seen, read, guys who are typically trying to start a conversation in a chivalrous or gentleman-like way. Hey, how you doing? Ugh. Ugh. Why do some women feel that they are so high above men that they can't even entertain a conversation with a man? Women are insatiable, and that's what this conveys. And it's not wrong because it's supported by the numbers and the research. Women are insatiable. When you hear the reasons women dismiss men or leave men, it's astounding. It's mind-blowing. And as you can see with the men, the first floor has wives that love sex. The second floor has wives that love sex and money. The third, fourth, fifth, and sixth floors have never been visited. Because men know when they have a catch. Men know women aren't perfect. And men are much more simplistic. The things that we value are much easier, more practical, more pragmatic. They're easier to find. Women want guys who do all kind of shit, and the things that they want, they never think about what they're trading off. You want a guy who makes six figures, but you want a man who doesn't work a lot. You want a man to make time for you. You want a guy who doesn't have hoes, but you want a really good looking guy. Women just want contradictions. They want this, but not that. And that comes with this type of guy. So now that he has this, she searches and searches till she finds the type of guy who has exactly that, but not that. Women are insatiable. Women are insatiable. They build a guy. They want a guy with all different parts of each of their favorite aspect of a guy that they like. They want a guy who's 6 feet with these kind of lips. A guy who with these kind of abs, but not like it's just. And this is what they'll sit around and wait on. You go to a husband store, and every floor has husbands. There are five floors of husbands, and you come out empty-handed. I said the only way to descend down is to jump out the window because you deserve to die alone. There's no reason why most women shouldn't be able to find husbands. And this is one of the reasons why a lot of men say that they feel that there's a shortage of eligible wives that they feel are worth getting down on one knee for, because they feel that women are insatiable. You cannot please them. It's never good enough. They always want more. They always need more. What you bring to the table is never good enough. And the moment that she feels it's not good enough is the moment that she will up and leave. If she feels that what you bring to the table isn't good enough from the start, you don't even have a chance. And this is what a lot of men have to deal with. Ladies, the perfect man does not exist. Stop looking for the perfect man. Get a good man. Try to make the relationship as perfect as you can. Communicate with him. Understand him. Let him make mistakes. Allow him to be human. Stop expecting perfection. Stop expecting flawless men, because they don't exist. And just like the 31.5 million women before you, you will be the next one on the list to jump out that window and die alone, because the first 5 floors of husbands weren't good enough for you. Over and out.